This should be played at high volume.
This is the podcast of beats, and their whole team is complete. They feed in the streets, other people can't compete. Shit, you got Carlo, got Kenny, got Baba, got Uncle. You cannot forget Malik, and you got Ski. Yeah, the whole roster elite. They bringin' the heat every
week. Welcome back. This is the same convo with your same hosts, Kenny, Carlil, and Bamba. And today I got the media and entertainment segment. So the first question I want to ask y'all, Bamba, Kenny, did y'all make sure to wake up at 4 a.m, dunk your head in some ice water, rub that smooth face with some banana peels, you feel me?
You don't see my head? I cut the whole tree down and I rubbed that shit on it. I'm serious, guys.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna go to Kenny. So today, from that intro, you can guess what we're talking about. We are going to be talking about the most recent fitness influencer who went viral, Ashton Hall. For those who don't know who Ashton Hall is a 29-year-old influencer and former LA fitness trainer. I'm pretty sure he's a full-time trainer again right now. I think the gym is called Worthy. But he has gone viral recently for showcasing his extreme 4 a.m. morning routine. In the video, Hall wakes up at 3:52 a.m., removes mouth tape, a practice some claim reduces snoring, and embarks a 5-hour regimen that includes dunking his face in water, engaging in an early workout, journaling, watching motivational videos, running on a treadmill, swimming, using a plunge pool, and rubbing a banana peel on his face. This routine finishes with him starting work by 9:15 in the morning. This video has garnered over 670 million views on Twitter, and it has more than 6 million likes on Instagram. That's not even counting TikTok or any other other platforms. While some viewers find this routine motivational, others have questioned its realism and sustainability, leading to widespread discussion and parody across social media platforms. Information that I got from sources, Newsweek. So, in this discussion, the topic of this discussion today is the viral 4 a.m. routine. Is it a motivation or is it just a meme? So we'll be talking about Ashton Hall and his 4 a.m. routine video, talking about why it's blowing up, our initial reactions, and if this is peak hustle culture or is it just a social media stunt. So I first, I do want to start by breaking down the comedy aspect of it because I'm pretty sure there's people like supporting him and, trying to follow his regimen, but there's a lot of videos and a lot of people commenting and a lot of these things been funny as hell. So, from all the videos that y'all have seen so far, is there any funny takes on the video that you've seen or funny remixes to the video that y'all seen?
I seen one dude literally doing push-ups into a bowl of water.
Kenny, we can't.
What you say?
Yeah, y'all can't hear me.
Oh,
Hello?
now even when you close it sound muffled now. It sounds muffled now. That's crazy. What is happening?
You might want to. Your mic is. See if your mic is connected to Zoom or whatever you on.
Can you hear me now?
Barely.
It's like we hear you, but yeah, nah.
The technical difficulties with our tech guy.
And you the IT guy too.
How about now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I gotta turn it all to the max.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. It's gone.
It's like we can only hear you when you like this over your microphone,
How
dog.
about now?
I feel like you're not connected. Your mic's not connected to whatever you streaming on. Because we can hear you all the
Hello,
way up.
hello, 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 hello,
Okay.
hello.
Say a sentence.
I'm saying a sentence because Bomba asked me to say a sentence.
Okay.
We hear you a lot better. But let's just go with this for the time being. But you still like
There might be a
enunciate.
short in
You
my
sound a little
cord.
weird.
I think there's a
Facts.
short in my cord, but
But
Oh,
not
okay.
just to react the question, just to revisit the question. Have y'all seen any like funny remixes to the video or funny takes?
I said yes. I seen a guy doing a push up into a bowl of water.
Fucking dead.
With cereal or egg in it.
Yes, bruh.
I'm dead. Mama, what about you?
Yeah, I have seen one, but I saw this before I even realized what was going on because I was on TikTok
Right.
and the guy made a video where he did the whole routine, like the whole eye situation and everything, but I didn't get it. But like basically from the beginning of the video to the end, the video starts at 4:30 and it ends around like 6:50. The guy was able to build a house. He was able to, take his kids to school, whatnot. And yeah, I'm just like, okay, what is happening? But then later on when I hopped on Twitter, I was like, okay, I didn't realize that was a trend.
I think the funniest one I've seen is when Tony Stadavici, he did one. And it was basically just a routine video, but in the life of a normal guy. I think he woke up at like 9 and then he turned his alarm on snooze and woke up again at like 9:30. He ain't put his face in ice water. He just splashed it with water. He brushed
Mm.
his teeth and then he went out to the balcony to smoke. And like Tony, I think had the funniest one that I've seen. But so y'all know what the routine consists of. If any of us attempt this routine for a day, who would be the first one to break? I know my
Who will be the
answer.
first one to break?
My answer is myself.
No, 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 no. It's me.
It's like
4
I'm not gonna
a.m.
lie.
No.
I think Bomba could go through it no problem. No
Why?
problem.
Why?
Because I've seen that dedication. I've lived with you. You feel me?
But
Like
I don't. My thing is, I don't see that as dedication because between the time, what has he accomplished from 4:30 to 8:50? Some shit? What has he done for real? For real?
it's
What has he done?
this
Something
part.
concrete that he's done.
This part isn't about what he's done. It's just a part. It's just trying to debate which one of us would break first.
Me. So I'm not even gonna start. Somebody's gonna send me the routine, and I'm gonna laugh, and I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, ain't nobody starting that routine. I think that's a problem.
And so we all just gonna break at the same time. It's a three-way tie.
Carlil,
The
fuck
point.
no. No, I'm not doing that shit.
I don't see the point.
I don't wake up at 4 a.m. now, and I'm tired.
All right, well, it's time to issue the challenge then. The same convo will be doing the 4 a.m. routine challenge for a week, and we will be documenting it. The
Oh,
first,
if
Be a short
it's about
documentary.
waking up at 4 a.m., I got y'all beat for sure.
it's not, you got to do everything in a routine. Ice
That's
water,
cool.
wake up with tape in your mouth. You
How
feel
much
me?
I'm getting paid?
That's what I was about to say. So, the winner, whoever lasts the longest out of the three of us, the losers have to give them $100 each.
Not worth it.
All right, we'll come. I'll be trying to convince my co-host to do that until the end of March. We'll come back and we'll make sure we update y'all on if we're gonna do it or not. Um. So, final question for this part of the segment: does this remind you of any viral videos that you've seen, as far as like on Twitter, about people just grinding or anything like that? Does this remind you of anything?
Oh yeah,
What does it, what
100%.
does it remind you of?
I feel like between the pandemic and now, there's a whole 3 a.m. club in on TikTok, and that's actually people that are dead ass about it. You know,
3?
yeah, you gotta, huh?
3 a.m.?
Yeah, you never heard the audio that they don't know me, son. They don't know me, son. It's like one. They don't know me, son. You never seen that? There's a specific guy. He's just like me, bald, but he has a very thick beard, and he's always talking about like, big guy, you got this. So he always started this trend of like waking up at 3 a.m. because that's where you have most of your time cashing in early, going to the gym, going for the runs, doing the tough shit that men don't want to do. So I feel like that's what that aligns with as a whole trend. You feel me? And I think it's called like, is it not Sigma or some shit? I think it's like a Sigma man, some like it's some a term like that.
3 a.m.
Have you seen any have you seen anything like that, Kenny, before, Ashton?
No,
All right.
no, hell no.
Well, moving on to the next part of the segment. So this part of the segment is called a reality check. Are routines actually important? So beyond the comedy, let's talk about morning routines in general. Do y'all believe morning routines are necessary to success?
In
For
general,
success,
Yeah, just in general. And it doesn't have to be like, because how I think about it is just like this is what he chooses to do. I'm pretty sure he's had because he was an athlete. I don't know where he went to college, but I know he was drafted by the Baltimore Ravens. And then I
oh,
think he was like released before the season. So
hey,
I'm not sure if he played it down or anything like that. But being an athlete that was good enough to be drafted, you probably had resources and outlets that put him onto the things that he's doing now, and he's probably just made that consistent in his life. So I'm not saying that is that specific morning routine you know is that do you need to do that specific one for success? I'm saying our morning routines in general, whether that be maybe you waking up at 7, make sure you eating a healthy meal, things of that nature. Do you believe morning routines in general are keys to success?
I think it's important. I think it's quite important because I feel like most of us, it's our morning and our night routines that make the difference. Because at the end of the day, most people have a 9 to 5 if you're not working from morning till dawn. So most of that time is consumed by your careers and stuff. However, most of what differentiates us in our day-to-day life is the choices that we make in the morning, how we tackle the day and everything, and how we end it. So I think that that can make or break everybody. Like especially like I said, everybody having to work and everything. If you have high ambitions and you're trying to really live a certain lifestyle, I feel like you have to be able to cash in with those early hours. And when you're able to, that shows like a large difference.
For sure. Kenny, what about you?
morning routine for success. I'm sure you probably do need one. Do I have the discipline for one? No. I have a morning routine for my sanity. Uh, success. I don't know. As far as like my morning, I just get ready and take my butt to work, bro, and go to the office and just do what I gotta do. I don't really have like okay, I'm gonna wake up at 6, uh, 7 o'clock. I'm eating breakfast. 7:30. I'm at the door. Like I don't really do any of that. So maybe you do need to do something like for your success. Maybe I'll start one. Only thing I do right now is I listen to gospel music until noon. I don't listen to like if I'm listening to music, it's gospel until noon.
Okay. Okay. I mean, and I know Kenny, you necessarily said you didn't have one, but like overall, do you believe that majority of people that are successful in this world, do you believe that they have a morning routine that they stick by?
I probably do honestly. I would say so. Yeah. I know my
Okay.
cousin who is like the most successful person I know. I think he wakes up and goes to the gym every morning and does like yoga.
Okay. I can see him doing yoga. He looks like the yoga type.
Yeah, he's a yogi.
Okay. Mamba, what about you?
I think it's still 50-50 on that because I've seen a ton of people that are like super successful. I mean, some of them are always talking about what they need to do early on and how like they have so much time to consume, but like some others just you wake up and they're in bed until whatever time and then they party in the night. So I just feel like it just depends. I feel like I don't know, man. I don't know if specifically we can just attribute the whole success to the routine, but I feel like sometimes it's a part of it.
Okay. Okay. So jumping on to the next part of this segment, we're gonna look at the bigger picture. So, do we believe routines? Now we were talking about just everyone. Now we're specifically talking about men. Do you believe routines can help men improve? Why do you think a lot of men struggle with discipline and consistency?
Why do we think that a lot of men struggle? Hmm.
That's a hard question. I don't know.
I will say I'm gonna answer the question, and I'm not going to use men as a majority because yes, I look up the numbers. The numbers do show, statistics do show that men do struggle with discipline and consistency. I'll speak on myself because I do struggle. It's like I have days when I'm on, you feel me? I have runs when I'm on, you feel me? Like I'm waking up on time, making sure to get ready on time, clocking into work on time, making sure that I'm, as far as like bills being paid, everything's, being paid, making sure I'm showing attention to those around me, showing attention to my pets, just making sure all around everything is good. But then I feel like something happens and I just end up falling off and my discipline is messed up, whether that be keeping a consistent sleep schedule or, making sure I'm doing the right things to improve my future. I think it just becomes and I can use me working out for example. Like I have stints where I'll go to the gym, you know, for a while and I'm consistent and then that one thing happens or, I might have like say like Kenny's birthday is coming up and we got plans, for like 3 days straight. And of course, if I know I'm gonna be turning up, like I'm not about to go to the gym. You feel me? I already don't go in the gym in the morning. My only choice to go to the gym is in the evenings. And so it's like things like that that mess up my consistency. And then it's just like I'm in that mindset, well, I really don't have to do this right now. I think my procrastination affects my discipline and consistency a lot because I'm always like, I can do this later or I can do this next week. And next week comes and I'm still like, next week. And then that next week comes and then so on and so on. So for me
Hmm.
personally, I think it's my procrastination that messes up my discipline and consistency.
Mm, I
So
think
what about the first half of your question though? Like, what you, how you feel about that?
As far as like I said, when I started the question, I was like, I can only speak for myself. But if I
Hmm.
have to speak for the statistics of why a lot of men struggle with discipline and consistency, I would say I think some of them are the same as me as far as procrastination, but I do think a lot is, as far as comfortability. You feel me? Like with a question I asked y'all earlier, like I agree with Bomba that it might be 50-50 as far as how many successful people have a morning routine because I know people that I've went to school with that have really good jobs and they don't necessarily have a morning routine, but like they can spend what they want, they're building for their future. Like you would think, oh, this person has it all put together. They might have a morning routine. Whole time that man woke up late for work just like I did. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
so, and so it's like, I just think it's just the comfortability. Once you have a lot of the things of what you want, or once you have like a consistent routine, you start falling off in some areas. And if those areas don't affect you like drastically like that overall, you kind of like, okay, do you think you could put it off? You feel me? So no, that's
No,
just
that's fair.
yeah.
For me though, I gotta say, I don't think that like people like most like for men specifically, I don't think that's like more so laziness that's brewing, but more so people are just losing direction. Like people don't necessarily have a sense of direction anymore. Like because everything is just pushed to you and everything is just kind of fun now. We just tend to defer to those things. Like, oh, what's the latest game? What's the latest movie? What's the latest this? Just trying to keep up and then like just fall into this small box of whatever your job is. But now, however, I just feel like sometimes if there's a few people and even like what Ashton was doing with the videos, I feel like there is good and there is bad in that because if it provided a direction for the masses, like if somebody just feeling lost trying to find a routine could go to his videos and look at it and just kind of like, oh, let me try this routine for a little bit and actually like stick because I don't take that routine seriously. But if it's a serious routine and they're looking at it and it can actually help them, a lot of people will start doing that. And even when I was talking about earlier with the 3 a.m. Routine, as extreme as it is, I don't think anybody should start working out at 3 a.m. or some shit. But it inspired people to eventually maybe wake up at 7, wake up at 6. work out and like try the things that the guy are doing. Because like now people are starting to find their sense of direction. I'm starting to know how to use my time. But most people just in general, I feel like we don't. We just defer to what's fun now.
For sure. For sure. Kenny, you got any additional words, or you kind of agree with what Bamba said?
Well, for me, I kind of had something similar to you. Like, I was real consistent in the gym at one point. So what I was gonna say, I think what it comes down to is like scheduling and distractions. For me, it's my job is both a scheduling issue and a distraction because um it's a distract. Well, it's both in a sense because I work all day every day. Some days I work from the point I wake up to the literally the last moment till I go to sleep. I can wake up if I work from home. I could literally wake up at like 7 o'clock, get like brush my teeth and wash up and stuff. Be at my desk by 8 o'clock, and I'll
Hmm.
work from 8 o'clock till 11 or midnight. Get off the computer, go to sleep, just to do it again. It's not much room to work out with that type of schedule.
Yeah.
Um, and then for me, like a distraction, I got sick. I was in the gym 3 days a week, faithfully same on a routine. I had a trainer, I had a meal plan. I was eating 3 to 4 meals a day. I got sick. Um, and then I was sick for like a week, and it was just hard to get back in the gym after that because work picked up. So
Hmm.
I think it's situations like that that can really mess up your discipline because once you are in it and then kind of have like some time off, it's hard to jump back in it again.
I feel that scheduling and different factors. I agree with both of y'all's points. Um, if you had to build based on what you go through, think about how you wake up, you go to sleep. Think about how your days are structured right now. If you had to build a realistic morning routine for success, what would it be?
What do you mean success? Like,
Like it necessarily like this isn't on, but if you could think about, okay, this is what I'm gonna start doing daily, and this is going to improve my mental, physical, emotional well-being. This is going to improve me as a person. What would your mental route? What would your routine be?
it's see that's another thing that makes it hard for me with the routines because none of my days are scheduled like the same. Like one day I can get done with work at 6. Another day I'm like I said working until I go to sleep. So if my routine was I'm gonna get up at 6, make breakfast and my lunch, or eat breakfast and then make my lunch, go to work, be able to eat my lunch at work, come home around 6, go to the gym 7 or 8. That works as long as I don't have to work past 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think the schedule for me was really just take those days where I am able to get off of work a little bit early and make full use of those instead of coming home and taking a nap or something.
For sure, for sure. Mama, you
But I
got
can
any
still wake up early and make breakfast though. That work doesn't change that unless I'm just too tired to. Then that's
facts?
laziness though.
Facts. Mama, you gotta.
Somewhat. I gotta say first, right now my routine is like completely upside down because of Ramadan. Obviously, I start eating at night, like I just had breakfast. But like between eating and like having some stuff I'm doing, it's just hard to adjust my day. So like during every Ramadan come, I just don't really stick to any routine. I'm just like I'm gonna just let it follow what the month is supposed to be. But on a day to day basis, I don't. The only thing I would add to my routine is probably like hitting the gym again because I used to hit the gym a lot. However, I have dropped that. Like I have dropped that, but that's mainly because of health reasons. Like I just kept getting sick and after a while, I was just like, let me put that aside, and I'm able to just feel better, just like as I am now. So at the end of the day, like I'm cool with that. But on a day to day basis, I feel like I'm following my recipe. Like for me, what I think should be the routine to help me get to where I need to be, I feel like I'm doing it. I start my day. It might not be 5 a.m. It might not be 6 a.m. because I'm Muslim, so there's like a time that we have to wake up to pray the first prayer, like which is at dawn. So during wintertime, it could be 4 a.m. During summertime, it could go all the way towards like 6, something like that. You feel me? So I start my day praying, and then after that, usually like we content create outside of my job editing and stuff like that. I always make sure I get down on that, do the research as far as like the stuff I want to put out there, like whether that's like time, hashtags, or like things that you can just help with blow it up. So I'm always like, it just goes between my personal preference, like as far as like what I want to do, which is at the end of the day the podcast that we're doing, and then like what I need to maintain my life, which is the job. So for me, like at the end of the day, I feel like as long as I'm pushing between those two, I'm pushing that recipe that could lead me towards what I need. However, eventually in the future, I do want to start lifting again the way I was before, and just being a little better with my relationship with like family, not relationship, but more so like being more present. Like the things that Carly was saying, I resonate with, because with distance, communication becomes lesser and stuff like that. So you want to be more present and make him feel like, show him feel your presence, I'll say. But however, as far as like changing my routine right now, I'm not changing none. I feel like I'm walking what I need to walk on.
No, I understand. Um, as far as myself, I would say if there's anything I can add to my morning routine is just like waking up consistently at like 7. Um, which, I kind of do now, but it's like it's not 7 a.m. consistently. It might be a little after 7, a little before 8. So just waking up at 7 a.m. consistently. I used to do this often, but I'm about to start getting back into it tomorrow. But as soon as I wake up, I was always the kid, and to this day still am, that had trouble staying awake after they first woke up. Like,
Mhm.
I would wake up, go sit on the toilet, and I would fall asleep on the toilet. This is real shit. This is real spill. I
And
asked
you
my
say
mom.
you finna add that back to the routine?
That's not. I'm saying that's what I still struggle with that today. Like when I first wake up,
Oh.
I still struggle with staying awake. So what I could add to my routine is waking up at 7. Um, I used to one thing I'm going to add back into it is making a smoothie for myself. It's a simple smoothie, just a banana, strawberry, and pineapple smoothie with pineapple juice. Just making that, clocking in for work, eating lunch. Right now I'm studying to do a certain certification, and so right after work, taking like a 30-45 minute break just to decompress and then start the studying for my certification. After that, spending time with friends and then also putting some of my time and effort into, making content. And so I think if I start doing that daily, that could help me out a lot. And then just like Bamba said, I do want to get back in the gym. But right now, my main focus after work is getting the certification. So I've been putting a lot of focus towards that. And once I'm done with that, then I think I can be able to get back into the gym and get back involved there. Um, final piece of the segment tonight. What is one thing in uh Ashton's viral 4 a.m. routine that you would never do? Absolutely never.
All of it.
All of
You
it.
said all of it.
I'll tell you like this. I had to wake up since becoming a lawyer. I've had to wake up at 4 a.m. one time and drive to like a part of Kentucky that was pretty far. I don't think I'd ever wake as part of my morning. I will splash water on my face. Okay, cool. I will work out. I will journal. I'll rub banana peel on my face. Fine. I'm not waking up at 4 a.m. consistently. I promise you, I'm not waking up. But especially somebody like me, I don't know what it is. I have trouble with going to sleep before midnight. I don't know what it is. But maybe if I wake up at 4 a.m., I will fix that.
This man
Anyway,
got insomnia.
You said maybe if I wake up.
maybe if I wake up at 4 a.m., that would fix that because I'd just be too tired. I'm not waking up at 4 a.m. Consistently, not happening.
Nah, I agree. The only time I wake up at 4 a.m. is for flights. Um,
Because
yeah,
I'm going to
nah.
go to sleep on the plane.
Yeah, I think I agree with Bamba. I mean, I agree with Kenny, and I couldn't do a consistent four. Like I can wake up at 4 a.m., but consistently, no,
No.
no, never. Bamba, what about you?
You said what part we would not do, right?
Yeah, that you would never do.
I think I just resonate with what Kenny said, everything, because like I just said, I feel like that routine was just a waste of time and a lot of shit to catch our attention. First of all, ain't none of y'all niggas about to wear red bottoms and squat for what? Like, what was that for?
That
Rub a
break.
banana on your foreheads, jump off a pool paddle, and stay in air for 4 minutes.
And that
I
bring
might.
that brings me to my last question. Do you think his video, the grind mindset, the motivation, do you think that was legit, or do you think it was just attention? He just needed attention.
It was a joke. It was a joke, and not. It was not even a joke. I feel like now you really know how. You really have to know how to grasp attention, and he know how to do that. You feel me? A lot of the shit that we're seeing was like kind of ridiculous, and we're just laughing at it. And other niggas make skits. For me, at the end of the day, I look at it like it was a joke. Because what reason would he have to seriously wear red bottoms?
Did you see the he had dropped another video where he shot a three. He was he was
All the
playing basketball in
watermelon.
the gym. He shot a three and then somebody handed him a watermelon.
Bruh.
How to grasp attention. That's why I'm like, that's the mix between people actually paying attention and people be like, ain't no way he doing this.
Thank you.
Yeah, nah, yeah.
What
He just got us. He playing with us right now. We got like he just like, yeah, y'all on the palm of my hand.
There's no way that's his actual daily life. I don't believe it. I'm
you
not
don't
buying
believe
it.
it?
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
Hey man, for me I'm 50-50.
You know how I know it's
Ain't
not?
no way,
You know
Carlil.
how I
What you
know
really
it's not his
thinking
daily
about?
life?
How?
Because for one, if he just woke up at 4 a.m., he had to set up his camera, think of angles, and then he had his girl up with him. No, there's no way your girl is getting up at 4 a.m. with you to do all that bullshit.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you.
No.
I hate it's like you're a content creator, so whatever your bag is, definitely dip into it. But I hate that type of content like with a passion because there's no way you are setting up a camera in all these spaces just so can record you doing something for 3 seconds, bro. Like that's asset. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. It just, especially that one nigga that be shopping at Target. What you mean you want me to
No.
walk around your fucking tripod because you want your camera to show you shopping for some shit that you never gonna shop for again. Like that's just I could go all day on that. But yeah, I'm 50-50 because he looks like the type of person that takes that type of shit seriously. But there was a lot of outlandish things that
Ain't no way.
I've never seen professional athletes do. I don't know. I don't
And
know.
the reason why I feel like you should not believe it is because he actually didn't do anything. Like from like I said, none of those activities are activities that matter for somebody that's like, oh, I'm waking up. The only thing that he could say he did was, oh, I put my face in somebody's, and that's recommended for the morning just to rejuvenate your face. However, the push-ups, how long did he do push-ups for? 3 minutes? What does that amount to? In the morning? Like, come on, bro. And then he sat there, watched a motivational speech, and then wrote down and asked, yeah, we got to make $1,000.
Bruh. Look, I don't know. I don't know. But that is all I have for the media entertainment segment, man. We appreciate y'all for joining us. Those that are joining us live, we appreciate y'all for sticking around with us for so long. Everybody that's listening to their cars, watching on YouTube, we appreciate you for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. We're on a journey to grow all of our subscribers and followers on each of our channels. Hey, man, we need at least 10,000. You feel me?
Oh
So
my God.
make sure you like, subscribe, share this with your friends, share this with your family. Send this to Ashton Hall. Let him know we want to talk to him about his morning routine. And we out of here. Thank
Tell
y'all
your
for joining
grandmama
us.
she only need one.
I don't